pastor took us on the HBCU college tour. Shout out to all the pastors, because you never know how you're impacting someone as you are teaching them the word, which became, oh my gosh, a staple in my life. It's still who I am. The word, kingdom, Bible.
Let's talk. So let's hold it right there.
Okay.
Because and I just say hold it right there because I'm realizing that now in our country, it's like if you have religious values or you tend to pour into that side of you, it's almost like you get canceled now. Like if you bring up, I'm noticing a lot of states pushing back, like you got to learn about the Bible, things like that. Like how important is that in the family structure? Like having that faith system. How important is that?
It's crucial.
Yeah,
it's critical. And I think that, no matter what happens in politics, even though politics are very important because it's a part of our culture, what's more important are the politics of the family.
Yeah.
And having a husband and a wife where God is the center of your life, where he is the supreme. When a man is following God, the woman is going to follow.
Say that again.
Period. When a man is following God, the woman will get an order. The dogs, okay, the cat, the fish.
Right, because Ralph keep talking about him joining his church and all this stuff, and I didn't know what he was up to.
Everyone will get in alignment. Yeah. But that's why our men in our black community, and I know we're going to talk more about it, that's why he's attacked the most. Because if you can get him, the whole family structure will be demolished.
So you say you cut off the head and it's over with?
100%.
So where are we right now, current? Because we moving along, but
it's a lot.
It's all good because I got you. So let me spend some time with this, right? So when we talk about the black man, where do you see the deficits and where do you see the gains? What do you see where you like, okay, I see you doing it, then you see like, not at all. Where do you see the deficits and the gains as far as black leadership, particularly in the household?
Particularly, I'm going to talk specifically to the household because it doesn't matter whether you are wealthy or whether you are below the poverty line. If you don't have a household where God is the head, it is going to fall. And so I think specifically with marriage, right? If there is a husband and a wife and there are children, but the husband is not being led by God, he's not being submitted. He's not submitting to God.
Yeah.
That household is going to fall. And we're in a society, and especially in a culture, and I love that we're talking about this because if he is super into certain things, he's going to think promiscuity is cool. Yeah. He's going to think degrading of women is cool. He's going to think that validates him.
What if he say, well, these women degrade themselves? They twerk on every video I see.
Ooh,
I mean, she like to go to Magic City with me.
Sure.
I mean, I'm smoking, she's smoking, she talking, interrupting me with the fellas.
Yeah.
So she seemed like she wanted the boys. So what about that conversation? Like,
that's a great conversation. Yeah. Every man, no matter if he's 19 or if he is 69, he should say to himself, okay, if I have a daughter, what kind of a woman would I want my daughter to be? And let me tell you, 100%, not even 99%, 100% of the time, that man, no matter if he's 19 years old or if he's 69, he is going to describe the caliber of a woman he would want his daughter to be. Yeah. And that is the caliber he needs to marry.
Say that again in that camera one more time.
And I've never even described this before.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter how old he is. Innately, God created him to know certain things. God created him to lead. Yeah. And until he steps into his rightful place, our community will continue to suffer.
Wow. So what about when women bully you like my wife bullies me? And like,
she loves you gently. Indeed. She loves you with tough
All right, so let me ask you. So when we talk about like politics and black families, right? The politics, your honest opinion, should the head of the household dictate the family vote? Or should it be I vote Trump, you vote Biden, or should it be no, we vote Trump as a family?
I think that in terms of politics,
because the head of the household,
sure.
It would.
I think in terms of politics or anything else, to be honest, I think that should be between the husband and the wife. I don't think there should be any differentiation. I don't think there should be any dichotomy. I think that whenever we recognize each other as equals, in the sense of I add value to you in ways that you don't even like. It's hard for you to even describe. It's hard for you to even equate. Like when Adam saw Eve, he said, whoa, he said, this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. And then he named her. So whenever
Eve
that
also
happens,
told him to bite that apple too. And,
she did.
And then when
guess
God
what?
came in
did
that
it.
garden, he said,
This is
he said, the
good.
woman you gave me
He did.
told me
He didn't take
to eat that
accountability.
apple. He didn't take no
He didn't take
That's
accountability,
a fact. He
sis.
didn't take
He
that
didn't take
accountability.
accountability.
And that snake had no business running around them naked women. I'm just playing.
100%. So I think in terms of the politics, it's almost like anything else in the household, though. Like politics, money, how
Things
the
need to be
children should be
discussed.
raised. It needs to be discussed. Spot on. And it doesn't take away anything from the other person to listen, to yield, and to compromise. Where my husband is stronger in, I'm going to yield to him. And where I'm stronger in, it would be a wise man to yield to me. It doesn't make him weak. It doesn't make him less than. That makes him be a smart man.
I agree.
To know his wife is strong in certain areas.
I agree in certain instances. My wife is in certain spaces she's smarter, right?
For sure.
Naturally, it was in the fabric. Certain things she'll say, I don't watch politics. I don't even think about it, right? And I say, well, I do, right? So we need to speak about this. And then you see now it's intentional within like this voter structure that they try to divide the vote, right? Which is really scary because it's certain things as a black man traditionally, I'm going to have a hard time with, right? And it's just certain things, especially when it comes to anything with like gender identity and children, right? Like most black men tend to say, I don't even comprehend it, or I don't want to like talk about it now. Women tend to be more open-minded. So, you know, when you have that duality in a household, do you think that it sometimes can work against the family moving forward? Like, be that we have a different conversation versus just, all right, babe, we're going to the polls, straight down the right side of it. You know, is that?
Well, no, I think the conversation is good no matter what we're discussing. I think that being able to sit down and communicate, that's one thing, especially in our culture post-social media. I feel like everyone has had a very challenging time learning how to communicate in an authentic way, being able to convey their thoughts and their feelings in a way that's not demeaning, that's not diminishing, that's not condescending, but in a way that's uplifting.
Yeah.
Right?
Is social media destroying the household? The black family?
Okay, so
what's that arrow you just did?
I would say it's not destroying it. However, I do think a lot of people go on social media to get validation, men and women alike. I think a lot of people are distracted by it. I think that a lot of people are looking at their life and comparing it to someone else's like highlight reel when you don't know their real true story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I posted a video of my children. We were having an amazing day.
Yeah.
We were at Atlantic Station. We went to lunch. Then we went to the bookstore. My daughter loves books. She loves to read.
Yeah.
We went to the bookstore and we got like a plethora of books. And I posted a video of my children just interacting, having a good time. And it went viral. Over 4.3 million people liked it, watched it. It was insane.
Did you hashtag I Keep It Classic?
I should have, right? I should have.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting to me, the comments. And it was just like, oh my goodness. It made me, for a person like me, it made me feel like we got to do more work. We got to love more. We got to support more.
Indeed.
We got to show more because the hurt that's in our community, in the black community, the sadness, the trepidation, the oh my goodness! Like my children are in my lifestyle
superheroes. You know, I know the kids.
Very
so
blessed
they are,
and thankful to God. You know, along with my work ethic and even with my ex-husband, their father. You know, I'm thankful for certain things, and so it's just for people to come onto a public platform and assume things and to say things. I'm like,
I had a
you
guest.
wish you had my kids I can be your mom. You want me your mom? I'll be your mama. Like it made me sad. It made me a little sad.
I had some guests on, and they all well-decorated family, right? The young boy is going to Morehouse.
Okay.
The father went to Morehouse. The mama from Harvard, graduated from Harvard. Just a great conversation, and I would like post clips and stuff, and I would look at the comments, and they were like, ignorant that, and I was saying, I had to like go, and I usually don't respond. I was like, that lady graduated from Harvard, like, you just took this and ran with it, like, you know, it was kind of weird that you did it, because, you know, I think it's just people tend to share bad news and negativity, you know, and sometimes you just learn not to even notice it or look at things. So let's move the conversation forward a little bit, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Let's move the conversation forward a bit. You are also a business owner.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I know I took my daughter to your ice cream shop back in Cleveland before we even met. And it was like I think it's the only ice cream shop downtown Cleveland, black owned. And I remember during riots downtown Cleveland, it was the only business that did not get touched because people were like outside, like, do not touch it. It's black.
They literally formed an army like around my business.
Yeah.
So no one would touch. I wasn't even there. I was here in Atlanta.
Yeah. What advice would you give to young women looking to be entrepreneurs or start their own business? What would be 2 things you would kind of like, tell them?
First, believe in yourself. Know that you can do any and everything that God has put in your heart. There is no doubt. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how challenging it is. I don't care how crazy it seems. You can do all things.
Yeah.
You can do all things, and never doubt that. The second thing I would say is that you go further, faster with a group. You need to be able to believe in other people. You need to be able to see the gifts in other people and to pour into them. A team. Collaboration is so much better than trying to do it all yourself.
Indeed.
Those would be the 2 things I would say.
That's beautiful. Do you plan on opening up any more establishments? What's your next venture? What are you thinking?
Ooh, I haven't been asked.
What's the next
so I'm an
venture?
attorney by trade. I'm kind of relaxing right now.
Yeah.
I'm gladly relaxing, but I have a little goal.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, well.
So in a little
you'll nudge me when it's time.
Yeah, I'll nudge you when it's time,
right.
and yeah. So
okay, so let me ask you, what is your gauge, current day, on Trump versus Biden? Right, you see well, it was behind us, not no more. However, they're hosting a debate.
Yeah.
What would you tell a family or young voters some things they should look out for or be informed on going to the ballot box?
I would say, and something your recent guest just said, you need to be educated on your own. I would never recommend doing something just because my family did it, just because my parents did it, or just because someone else did it. I would always recommend being educated. Take the time to learn, to see, okay, does this person or whatever, if I'm going to vote, if I'm going to exercise my right to vote, let it be an educated vote.
Yeah,
let it be something that reflects my morals and my values. And even if the party doesn't have 100% of what I want, do they have the majority?
Yeah, and since you are pro-business, I take it you vote Trump?
I don't really vote. I don't really convey what I vote because to me, in my opinion, I feel like no matter who's in office, my goals are certain. My goals are specific. I don't care who is in office. My goals are family. My goals are to get to the bag.
Yeah.
My goals are to uplift my community and be an amazing woman.
Yeah.
Those are my goals. It doesn't matter who's in the White House.
Yeah,
I could be in the White House one day if that's what I wanted.
You will be in the White House.
I mean, I don't want to be. I don't want to be, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I think.
I said, Kat, why don't you run? And he was like, what? I said, why don't you run?
I don't think like that.
You don't want to run?
But I'm good. But how I think is whatever God has put on your heart, whatever it is that you desire to do, if you work hard and you are discerning and you are collaborative, you can achieve it.
Yeah, indeed. Let me ask you this question. This is like a random thing.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Can church girls twerk?
Now he know he wrong. He know he wrong.
Because some girls go to church, right? And I'm trying to figure out, are they allowed to twerk, or is that like?
Time? We can talk about this.
Yeah, we can talk about this. We talk about
time?
Are they allowed, or is it like off limits? Because sometimes
Let's talk about it.
Sometimes I'm watching feeds, right? And on Sunday they telling me whoop de whoop, and then but Friday night they was.
Absolutely.
Is that good?
Are church girls still women?
Yeah.
They're still a woman.
Yeah, indeed they
correct?
are.
Okay.
So church girls can still twerk.
Well, I think a lady never kisses and tells.
Okay.
And I think that a woman is still a woman.
Yeah, I got you.
Who deserves admiration, to be cherished, and to be respected. And if you are a man of God and you do all those things, you will bring things out of her that you never imagined.
You hear that, Ralph?
But it requires your leadership, man of God. It requires you to lead properly. Yeah. If you're not leading, sir, where are you taking me, sir?
Yeah.
Right. Sir, where are you taking me?
Right,
I'm trying to get to the bag. I'm trying to be a good example. I'm trying to love. I'm trying to give. Yeah. If you can't even lead me down the street,
you don't get nothing else.
Now, conversely, if you can lead me to the ways of God, if you can lead me to submission,
I got something for you.
To you, because I can submit to God, huh? But if you can lead me to submit to you,
baby, talk that talk. Okay. Drink that tea.
You're going to get what you're looking for. You don't need to go to the strip club. What you talking about? You come home to your wife and you're going to be good.
Okay.
But that takes proper leadership.
Okay, let me ask you this question, right? We're going to move. I got limited time, so I'm going to move this conversation right here. I was watching an interview where they said, what's the girl that was dating little baby? Jada?
Okay, I'm not familiar with anything in the... Okay,
so she said something to the effect of...
Okay, this is a boyfriend-girlfriend situation? or a husband or wife?
Husband. She was on one of these podcasts. And
Okay.
she said,
Is she a wife? Is she married? Or
not
has
sure. She was. She might have been married. I think she was dating a little baby or something
She
like
was
that.
dating.
But
Okay,
she
okay.
said, I would not date a man if he does not have as much money as me, or more than me. But I can't date him. Is that a thing that you should consider? Is that something real? And she was like really vocal about it. I would never date a man who financially is.
Okay, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if she's ever been married before.
Not
from
sure.
what you're saying. Yeah,
Not sure.
yeah. It may yield to maybe she's never been a wife.
Never been married?
So, yeah, she's never been a wife. Okay.
Hey, what you?
Okay, so.
Yeah.
But
what's your thoughts on this, sis?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. Because this is the thing. When I got married, at the time, I was a law student. So I was going through law school, and he was an entrepreneur. And so seeing him, I learned a lot about entrepreneurship, even though it was in my family. And then I had a lot of close male friends who were entrepreneurs as well. So I would say that, even really depending on your age range, when you're younger as a woman, I want to talk to younger women. When you're younger, you're going to see a man, he's gifted, he's talented, he has so many things, but he's trying to figure it out. So if you yield and you get into marriage, I'm not talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, but if you get into covenant with a man and you are younger, you need to support him. You need to pour into him. I worked for my ex-husband for quite a bit of time. So imagine me, a Spelman graduate, an earned doctorate degree, and I worked for him.
Say that again.
For a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And so I think
we got another Spelman grad over here, right? Mo is Spelman grad.
Hey, honey. Hi, Spelman sis.
Spelman got bosses through the space, right?
I think it is 100% beautiful and good to yield and to work for him, because you never know how that's going to turn out, right? Because it can turn out great. It could turn out bad, but I would always yield to the optimistic side. Now, I do want to talk to women who are a little bit older, right? So I got divorced when I was 31. And since I have been single,
What? Talk about it. What's this single life about?
First of all, it's beautiful.
Because you're very private too.
I'm very private.
I'm like, I be following you. I'm like, hold on, sis, where you at right now? And she like posting another picture, might be her feet, then it'd be like a little hand. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening there?
So don't believe. Listen to me. There is no lack for you, sis. If you're divorced and you have children, baby, there is no lack. It's going to come down to who you are as a woman. It's going to come down to who you are as a person. Because I have.
Hey, listen, hold on. We have to get off, but listen, I'm gonna say
there are many men who have never been married who don't have
any
children.
We got Brent over here, right? Brent wants to ask you a question. They keep chiming in. Brent, this is Catheryn Cross right here. Get into it.
Let's talk about it.
And don't forget, we are live right now with According to Hip Hop. So y'all make sure y'all go check out According to Hip Hop. Keep it classic. www.accordingtohiphop. Brent, go ahead.
Yes, how you doing today?
I'm blessed, baby. How are you?
Do you experience, or do you feel like that it's harder as a black entrepreneur to raise capital to get those loans and those grants for your business than, say, your white counterpart?
No, not as a black woman. I can't speak to it as a black man, but I know I've walked into rooms as a black woman, and I have
right now my Black Republic is going crazy in the corner right now.
Yeah, not as a black woman. Yeah, no, it's true. How he know that? Yeah, how he know? Yes, he know. Yeah, he know. Not as a black woman. Not as a black woman. When I walk in, there's certain room I've walked in and I've yielded a large amount of money, large amount. Yeah. So I think it's more so just believing in yourself as a black woman. I can't speak to the black male experience, but I can just say for me, I've walked into rooms and I've in 15 minutes.
B, you got anything else? You got anything else?
Oh, no, I was just curious to how the funding was going as far as starting your own business, working from the ground up. Do you often have to raise capital too long? Yeah.
Well, I would say to black women, being a black woman is an advantage. It's an it's an advantage.
Technically, you're a double
and I've
minority.
been saying that, it's just a really sweet spot. Like, I think, if you can yield into who God made you to be, so you're going to have a natural suave when you walk in, and being able to yield into that and use that to your advantage, you're going to win. You are going to win. But you have to, I've coached women on both sides. Yeah. So women who understand their feminine, I hate saying this because of the what's going on
Yeah.
now. But women who can yield into their femininity, even in business, and then on the other side where women kind of dumb themselves down
Yeah.
and not do it, I've coached both.
Yeah.
And so on the other side, I say you need to walk into a room and know that you're supposed to be there. I don't care who's in there. I could walk into the boardroom of Pepsi or Kathy's or wherever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could walk into wherever and I know who I am.
Yeah, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Same energy I would bring there, I bring here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same respect, the same yield. Like, it's the same thing. So I think just being able to know who you are and walk in that, you're going to win every single time. And take advantage, sis.
Yeah.
Smile when you walk in the room, baby.
Yeah.
Wear a little cute dress, baby.
Y'all know what it is. Listen, we have to wrap this episode up. I'm going to ask some of y'all to stay and come back for another panel if y'all got time. I want to get all y'all together. I just want to get all of y'all together if possible. But however, we're going to wrap it up. Y'all know what it is. Politics of Black families. Peace.
Good.